Christine forgot to set up Facebook. You left Facebook hanging.
I'm sorry.
You left it hanging. Oh no. Alrighty, we'll be starting in just a second.
There you go.
Hello everyone, I'm Tim from Tim's PC, and I build custom PCs to suit anyone's needs or budget. Also live stream my builds and repairs for transparency and educational purposes. So if you'd like to get an awesome new PC and you'd like to see it get put together live, send me a message today. Okay, so we've got a few PCs on tonight, and I thought we'd start with mine actually. Again, yeah. So obviously we're having a few issues with the Thermaltake software, which is a shame because I bloody love these fans. How fucking sick are these fans? I reckon they're absolutely great. But I'm not liking the software problem that I'm having. As to what's exactly conflicting, I'm still scratching my head. One thing I was going to do today, and I wasn't going to do a live stream for this, but we had a little bit of a thing happen here today. One of our guard dogs dropped a litter of puppies. So we have 8 puppies that were born today. So those little puppies are currently out there with a very, very tired mama. And she's sort of trying to get some sleep, but I don't think she's going to be able to sleep tonight. I think she'll be up pretty much all night with her little puppies, because she's being a really good mama. The instinct's right there, and she's doing her thing. It hasn't needed much support from us at all, which is good. Just there's a couple of runts that weren't really getting anything from her, and just looks like a blur of things. But yeah, anyway, that's not the point. Anyway, the point is that I wasn't really able to get the diagnosis done on this PC today, so may as well do it now. So what we're going to do is what we're gonna do is we're gonna hook the Thermaltake peripherals up to our test bench here. So I'm gonna shut this down. Not really anything, man. So
puppy birthing.
Yes, puppies. You missed the puppies. That's something you did miss. Okay. Can we stretch these cables over here? So I'm just going to plug in the USB 2 cables. And we'll turn on, we won't worry about the power cables, we'll just turn on the other computer's power supply. Yeah. Hey Devon, how you going? Good to have you with us. So all your stuff should be here tomorrow, man. So we'll sort it all out tomorrow, and then you'll be able to pick it up. Oh mate, this has been the longest ever, I think. Okay. All right, so we've got the addressable cables hooked up to the test bench here, but we're going to be accessing my test bench, and we're going to go and install the Thermaltake software on the test bench and see what happens. Oh, ha.
What'd you do? What didn't you do?
I'm missing the RAM.
Oh God. Devon's like, he ordered in November. He says M-Wave messed us around a lot though.
Yeah, if it wasn't for M-Wave, it would have been all sorted. Isn't it? Oh no. Oh no. I'm beached, bro.
Don't.
Christine got some lasagna that looked like nice lasagna from like back in the day. And not very nice. I might come over and have a mouthful just to go and corroborate what you're saying. See if you're not full of shit. That's good. What's wrong with that?
You can have the rest of it if you want.
Yeah, I don't mind that. Just put some pepper on it or something like that if it's not nice enough for you. Okay. So welcome to the test bench. The test bench comes equipped with a CD drive. How sick is that? Yeah.
Alan wants to know what's the most annoying thing about building a PC?
It's the most annoying thing about building a PC. Probably forgetting to plug a cable in and then installing another part, and then it leaves you very little room to plug the cable in. Like it can be a really small little error there, just to go, you know, you've got one part in your head and you put it in place, and then there's one cable that you haven't plugged in or something that you've forgotten about, and then you've got to go and plug it in after the fact. That's probably the most annoying part about it, to me anyway. amateur builders will have their own answer as to what they personally find the most frustrating thing. But yeah, I think that's, for me, the most frustrating part about it. Everything else is, it's just building a PC. I've built hundreds, thousands of PCs. So alright, so here's our Thermaltake software loading up. I'll get Christine to have a look over at the pump.
28.
Yep.
27.
So I'll restart this. I don't know why this wanted to restart. I was looking away when that screen came up. Okay. Windows cannot find the Thermaltake Software Plus. Make sure you type the name correctly and try again. So that's an error that didn't come up on mine. Yeah, allow access. Don't show this message again. Alright, we're up and running, no problems. Alright, we'll upload the good boy again. Do we have a good boy?
Yes.
We have a good boy?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so that seems like it's working alright. So is this something specific to our Gigabyte motherboard, perhaps? So it is pretty weird, right? Will not work on mine. But no problems when we switch over to another motherboard. Just works. Very, very strange. Bloody hell. What's on it now? Just a black circle. Yep, okay. Time and weather. Okay. Well, look, at least we seem to be like drilling down on what the problem might be. So it might be just an issue with the motherboard. Yeah.
Alan says, yeah, right. I wanted to build my PC, but it was cheaper to get it pre-built with 36 already installed, so I didn't get to experience it, sad face emoji.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, you got to be careful with those pre-builts though. There are some good pre-builts out there, and then there are some not so good ones. Okay, so look, I'm gonna leave that there. I might have almost sorted this out. Well, I did send an email to Thermaltake about the issue that I was having, so I can at least sort of tell them a little bit more info about what I've tried. Yeah.
He's got it from Radium.
Ah, you got it from Radium? Yeah. Well, you got a good one then. If you got it from Radium, Radium are my business partners in Melbourne. So yeah, definitely a good place to get a pre-built. Or a custom. Shameless competitor plug. No, I mean, like they are technically my competitors, but you know, we're all kind of, we're in a group, and I'm going to be formalising the group. Because we're the Master PC Builders of Australia Association. I haven't properly named it yet. It's going to be something like that. Because there's basically a decent sized little association of us that have been sort of working together for about 2 years now, and just like a totally informal sort of arrangement. But we're going to actually formalise it all this year. So just like you got the Master Builders Association of Australia and all that. Yeah.
Alan says I would have gone through you if I'd seen the page first. So.
Ah, yes. Yeah, so I'm still in the sort of brand building phase of the business. Ah, I think I got a bit of fucking glass on my foot then.
Oh, that'll happen. Tim.
Yeah.
Tim says, can I get your opinion on the NZXT H7 cases? I need a case for my build, not sure which way to go, or should I get a Lian Li Dynamic?
So yeah, the NZXT H7, that's basically the bigger version of the H5 that I have in mind. So yeah, I would say that just like they improved the H5, the H7 will have the same sort of design principles to it. Yeah, I think I've fucking stepped on a little bit of broken glass. Because do you want to know, I'll tell you a bad story. This is cost of doing business, right? Like that Lian Li Evo case from last night. The glass front panel, I just picked it up, and you know how tempered glass has like a non-zero like failure rate where it just shatters for no particular reason. Yeah, I did that in my hands when I picked it up. So, yeah, I had to give the customer back his computer today and go, sorry mate, the panel broke. But he was cool. He understood. He was like, "Oh man, I don't care as long as it's all sort of set up inside the case and I can play it, I can use it. I'm happy," sort of thing. So, yeah, he's cool. I told him, "Look, give me a little while and I'll get you a replacement panel for that." But yeah, bloody annoying, right? Because yeah, I mean, it's not exactly an easy thing to replace. Okay. So, on to the second PC for the night. So we're going to be upgrading this thing here. All right. What's that? A DisplayPort to HDMI adapter. Oh, bloody hell. He's not a gamer, so that's not really a problem. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I mean... It looks great. I mean, it does have it is pretty good. It is pretty good, but it does have a non-zero failure rate. Like anything, any sort of technological product, anything that's manufactured has a non-zero failure rate. A friend of mine, he had his tempered glass shower just shatter at like 4 o'clock in the morning. He like wakes up, he's like, "What the fuck's going on?" Like runs into the bathroom thinking there's like someone breaking into his house and shit like that. He's fucking like full on like just woke up completely charged and like in shock that something was happening. And yeah, no, his shower just decided to shatter into like 10,000 little tiny pieces of glass for no reason. There's no one else in the house. It's just him on his own in the house. He was asleep, and it just decided to shatter, and just woke up in the morning and just like, "What the fuck's going on?" Be a scary situation to be in because you hear glass shattering. What are you going to think at 4 o'clock in the morning? I know what I'd be thinking. Mm-hmm. Okay, so we've got a couple of cards here that we've got to take out. Do you have? Is there like a foam brick or something that I could borrow, babe?
There's multiple foam bricks.
Very good. What do we got here? This is like a GT 1050 Ti or something. Mm-hmm. Or a 1650. $550. Might be a Radeon. Still had some plastic on it. Alright. And we got an in-wing cooler. Yeah, we'll definitely have to take that off the top. This is... Yeah, he's lucky he's got the standard RAM in there. Because this case, despite what it might say in the documentation, you can't really mount a radiator to the top of it. Like, if you've got like old school, RAM that doesn't have RGB on it, you just like your green dims, yeah, you'll probably be right. You'll probably just be able to squeeze it in there, like we have with this one. But fundamentally, you can't really do it, right? Not in 2023, because pretty much everyone's going to be buying RGB RAM. It just looks better quality. So, like, if you're after good quality RAM and you're shopping by price, you're probably going to look at the RGB stuff and go, I don't really care about the RGB, but that looks like a good kit of memory. It's unlikely to let me down. And that's what people sort of think, right? Okay. So I'm going to lay this down. We got an in-wind cooler here, and we've got a, what have we got? A Maximus 8 Hero. So that should be like Intel 9th gen, I would be assuming. But we're gonna strip this one down, and then we've got a bit of a CPU and motherboard upgrade. And we've got a 13700KF going in here now. So what we'll probably have to do is set some custom power profiles for it, because if you've watched this channel before, you'll know that i7 and i9 latest gen Intel chips, they pretty much just go straight up to 100 degrees if you don't do some sort of tuning on them. Even if we did it all with like custom loop or something like that, yeah, it would still do that to you, unfortunately. Okay, no screws at the top. Stay like that for me. Okay, so we have an i7 13700KF. We have two Samsung 990 Pro 1TB NVMe SSDs. These are the new ones. And we got a ROG Strix Z790-A gaming Wi-Fi DDR4 motherboard. Okay. Hey David, how you going? Good to have you with us as always.
Alan wants to hear more about you and Radium.
More about me and Radium. So Radium, yeah, well Radium's one of our partners. So we partner with businesses all up the east coast of Australia. I'm sort of the most northern, and Gabrielle and Morgan from Radium are the most southern. And so we've all got our little niches as to what we do and all that. And because we all sell to customers nationwide, we ship our PCs nationwide, it makes sense for businesses like us to work together when it comes to the support side of the business. So after sales support and, you know, customers with problems. You know, if a customer can't solve a problem, it's generally cheaper than paying for two-way shipping to just, you know, get someone local to sort it out. And so I send all of my guys down to Radium, and they send all their guys up here to me, and that's how we sort of work it. And yeah, we've been doing this for a couple of years. Our group came together during COVID, and it was all about trying to band together to buy graphics cards to secure some bigger lots so they would sell them to us and not to bigger companies, because it was so scarce and so hard to get graphics cards. So that's how it started, and then it's evolved into what it is. And so, you know, there's some businesses that are bigger, there's a few that are smaller, but yeah, basically I'll be making a website and creating a trust for it, and yeah, we'll basically make a website and we'll put a little symbol on our marketing to say that we're part of that association, and it's going to be pretty straightforward. You know, we'll have all the contact details and all the business details of everyone who's a member on the website, and then, you know, you can come and buy from us, and you know, you can be assured that you're going to get the same sort of support that you'd get buying a PC from like Aftershock, for example, or Harvey Norman, or any big player like that. Because that's the biggest thing for small businesses like myself, is gaining that trust from the customer. I mean, any of you guys that are watching me live, you probably trust me. You know, like, you wouldn't be here watching me if you thought that I was an untrustworthy guy or someone who was, you know, out to rip everyone off and all that, or basically just running a huge big scam. But other customers don't know that. They see Tim's PC or Radium PC or any of the others, and they sort of think, oh, yeah, it might be all right to deal with them, but who knows? Who knows what you're going to get? You know, like, I don't know what that business is. Are they even going to exist in 2 years? Stuff like that. You know, you don't want to buy a PC from a company that's not going to exist in a couple of years just to save $50. You know, like, unfortunately that person's out there, but you know, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. Okay, so what I'll probably do with this is we'll leave the motherboard and CPU together. I'll have to take off this back plate. So yeah, that's basically where we're at. So it's not market sharing or anything dodgy like that. It's not like, okay, if you buy a PC and you're in Brisbane, you have to buy from Tim's PC. It's not like that at all. It's literally just, you know, we work together, we partner up for the after sales support and, you know, technical support for all of our customers. So it's an organic thing that came together from COVID, and it's gone from there, and we're still sort of talking, and we regularly share things with each other and support each other's customers. So it's, yeah, I think it's a good thing, and I think it's something that, you know, will help a lot of people trust us a little bit more. You know, even if it's just like 1 in 10 customers that see it, like, decide that, hey, Tim's PC, he's trustworthy, or Radium PC is trustworthy. That's a win. That's a win for us, because it doesn't cost us much, because we already know each other, and we're already business partners. You know, in a very loose sense. We don't share too much of the we don't share in like money or anything like that. We'll run our own businesses. We all do our own thing. But when it comes to supporting customers, we work together to come up with a simpler solution for the customer. And, you know, just so they can feel confident that if they buy a PC and something major goes wrong that they can't just fix on their own, that they don't have to send the PC back down to Melbourne. They don't have to worry about any of that kind of stuff. There's a local guy, and they'll just be sent there, and that local guy will sort out the issue, so it doesn't have to be sent back down to Melbourne, wasting everyone's time and money. So pretty much that's how it will go down. It's how it already does go down, but there's no formalized association there, so customers don't really know unless I sort of mention it to them. So usually if I sell to if someone comes to me for a quote and they're in Melbourne, I'll let them know that, you know, Radium's my partner in Melbourne. So if you have a major problem that you can't fix on your own and it's got to do with warranty or something like that, then I'll just send you down to Radium and they'll take care of you. And, you know, that will be the simple solution, as opposed to you sending back your PC back up to Queensland just because of, like, the power supply is dead or something like that. You know, which you know, Radium would sort that out for you in 20-30 minutes probably. You know, they wouldn't have a problem with that. Okay, so what we'll do a swap with the motherboard. So out comes the new motherboard, and we'll chuck the old one back in the case, in the motherboard box, I should say. So yeah, if you bought a PC from Radium and you have some sort of major problem that you can't fix, you're probably going to get sent over to me. So we might actually meet. Alright. Yeah, what's up?
Hell, how many times do I need to say your name?
You need to speak up.
James says, how much is your 4090 graphics card?
How much is my 4090 graphics card? Well, I don't actually have any 4090. I don't hold any of these boxes here that you see. These are all empty boxes. I don't hold on to graphics cards. I don't buy things like RTX 4090 cards unless the customer orders them. So,
He says fixing it, or are you just going to talk?
am I fixing it, or am I just going to talk? Pretty much just going to talk. So if you don't like that, I'll catch you later. So we're not actually fixing this one. This is an upgrade. So we're just moving over the G-Skill RAM here. So this is 64 gigabytes of RAM. Like I said, this isn't a gaming PC, this one. Sticky all over the freaking board. It's got one of those cool PCIe slot 1 buttons, so you don't have to get down there and sort of press on the thing. Alright, so it's got a 13700 KF. Which is like come out of the cardboard there, which is weird. That was a sealed box. Don't worry, CPUs are pretty solid. It's not like it's going to get damaged. Okay, so we got our CPU, got our RAM. The final thing is our NVMe SSDs. So everything on this board should be minimum of PCIe Gen 4. So I'll probably just use these two bottom slots here for our 990s. They'll be nice and accessible. We've got 4 M2 slots on this motherboard, so it's not really too big a deal. What's up, babe?
Oh, Macca's is introducing fucking potato scallops.
Potato scallops at Macca's.
Yeah.
Did anyone ask for this?
No. You're getting it anyway.
We're getting it anyway because it's something that's unique and Australian, maybe? I don't know. I didn't even know it was Australian.
No, it's not purely Australian. The UK eat them, fucking New Zealand eat them.
Alright. I guess we're doing it. Alright, so we got the toolless brackets there. We don't even need to screw them in. We will want to remove this sticky over our thermal padding. There we go. Okay, so this back plate, probably not going to be able to use that back plate. Give it a go. Oh, we did get it on there. Okay. We might go with this back plate instead, because I think this one here will be better for our LGA style socket. Hey Xavier, how you going? Good to have you with us. I might want to put some thermal compound down. That might help. Okay. Yeah.
Richard says I'm really thinking about getting a 4070.
Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely. I probably wouldn't bother upgrading from 30 series though. Oh, what?
Josh says big upgrade for him. Won't know what to do with themselves.
Yeah. Definitely. So I think that's the guy for this PC right here. Alright, so that's all looking pretty good. I've got these like pin protectors on some of the power, on some of the fan headers I should say. It's really weird. Rubber pin protectors. You don't see that very often. Okay, so basically the cooler sits in the case just like this. Cables out the back. We don't have any offsets to change around or anything like that. We're missing a few blanking panels there, so we'll be able to replace them. But it's all pretty straightforward. Oh. And of course, frickin' RGB cable gets caught under the case. Yeah, I'd probably move up from a 3060. Realistically.
Yeah, 3060s are great.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with a 3060. It's just that in terms of compared to the 40 series, it's a bit of a big upgrade. So if you had a 3060 and you're like, oh, what's a good upgrade from here? Then yeah, 4070, big upgrade. Yeah.
He says, hey Tim, sent me an email. Hope you can
What was the problem? I can let you know now if I can assist or whether you need to look elsewhere or something. Starting to get a headache. Can't get a headache. You got puppies to deal with.
I know.
Better take something.
Yeah.
There's some Nurofen on the counter there. Okay, so we'll get some bolts in our motherboard. And our last one, right there. Okay, so we've got a CPU cooler here. Okay. Chuck some bolts in our radiator here. Yeah. What else have you got? What's your power supply? 4070 Ti, like, it should work on even a 650 watt if push comes to shove. I'd personally run like a minimum of a 750, but if you're really tight, yeah, you can get away with that. See, right now, I said what annoys you about building PCs. It's what I've just done right now, which is I haven't plugged the CPU cable back in up the top, and I've got no room in this case to actually plug it in with the cooler in place.
Richard says it's 750 watt MSI Gold PSU.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's the Lian Li one with the crystal fans that you did.
Yep, yep, yeah. I mean that's fine. There's nothing wrong with 750 watt. Yeah.
Alan wants to know, do you like the chat talking to you while you work?
Yeah. Yeah, I think it makes for more engaging content. So, yeah, feel free, ask questions, etc. I wouldn't do it live if I couldn't handle talking to people live while I do it. Okay. Now we're talking.
Richard wants to know how long have you been working on computers?
Pretty much been doing it my whole life, man. So yeah, like I started when I started doing stuff with PC, like when I was a kid, basically. And yeah, like I started the business like officially as Tim's PC during COVID. And the reason why I actually made an actual page was because the demand just went through the freaking roof. And so yeah, I thought, okay, well, since the demand's gone massive, I may as well start my own official page and not do it just for my friends and family anymore as a bit of a side project.
Tim?
Yeah.
Alan says, I hope your boys at Radio are always finished building the PC. I can't wait any longer. Haha, nah, the boys at Radio are cool as fuck.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, Morgan and Gabrielle, yeah, they're good guys. Okay. So I won't plug in any of those SATA devices. It's not going to be obscured by the graphics card there or anything. One, two. Hang on. Let's just work out what we've got here. Oh no, we've got one addressable RGB cable there, and I'm not going to be able to plug it in down the bottom. So that means I might have to take that freaking radiator off again. See, this is what I'm talking about. Little unforeseen things like this, and you've got to backtrack. That's the most annoying part about building a PC, in my opinion. If it's your first time building a PC, you might not find that like as annoying, but you might find trying to like stick a certain cable on really annoying. You might not like the front panel connectors, how there's a whole heap of pins there and they're all like 2-pin connectors.
Check out how little these Wi-Fi antennae are.
Oh bloody hell.
Look at the size of the computer.
Little mini ITX build.
Barely fits the bloody graphics card in it.
This is why I never use this case. Need my pliers to pull a fan cable through. So that's another frustrating thing when you build in whatever case your customer wants, and then you've got to like build in undesirable cases because it's like kind of hard to work on. That's annoying as well.
Okay. Macca's is selling potato scallops and chicken salt on them.
Oh yeah, well I mean that's fucking very Australian, right? Chicken salt on your chips? Yep, chicken salt. Yeah, sweet.
Fucking O.
Fucking A.
Ugh. They're doing 2 new burgers and a hokey pokey thick shake as well.
And a hokey pokey thick shake.
Now I want to go to Macca's. No, they're not released on next month.
Yeah, so some people find these little things the hardest part, getting these cables on. I don't think it's too bad. But I would say that because I do it like plenty of times. And so, if you're wondering why they're all 2-pin connectors and then one of them is 2 individual 1-pin connectors, no, they didn't get lazy. It's so you don't reverse polarity on the power light that comes on the top of your case when you turn your computer on. So if you reverse the polarity on it, it doesn't do anything bad per se. It just means that there'll be a light that comes on when you turn your PC off, and it turns off when your PC turns on. Have you ever had a PC like that? Well, the person who built it reversed the polarity on the power switch cable. Not the power switch cable, the power LED cable, I should say. Alright, now USB 3. Okay, so we got like everything all hooked up there now. Oh, hang on, there was a USB 2, wasn't there? I'm not imagining things. No, I'm not. USB 2. Yep.
You won't like this, buddy. Richard says hot chips with vinegar.
Hot chips with vinegar. Oh, no, I don't think so. Not for me. Christine loves vinegar. She loves salt and vinegar chips and stuff. I'm not.
I put lemon on my fish as well. So.
Yeah, I don't do lemon. I don't do lemon on seafood. I'm weird, right?
Yes, you are.
Oh. Okay. Let's unhook this again because our RGB cable's too short, you know. Bastard of a thing. Okay, let's lie down. It's easier to screw these in when they're actually lying down as opposed to sitting up. Okay. Screw the rest of these in while we're installing Windows. Okay, we're nearly done. So we've got this freaking old school Firewire card. Yeah, no, we just chuck it in the X1 slot, that's fine. Who knows what you might want to chuck in that other PCIe slot. See, this is just a little X1 card, but we can actually put it in the longer slots there as well. That's how PCIe works. You don't necessarily have to have a device as long as the slot that you're putting it in. So you can plug a smaller card into a bigger slot with PCIe slots. You just can't plug a bigger card into a smaller slot, believe it or not. Physics is a thing. There we go.
Richard says years ago, $2. $2 hot chips from Feed an Army, but not now.
Oh, I remember. Yeah, I totally remember that. After school, I'd go down the fish and chip shop. Can I just get $2 worth of chips with chicken salt? Massive chip feed in the afternoon. That was perfect. 14-year-old me loved that. And what was great was I used to be able to go get $2 worth of chips from the fish and chip shop with chicken salt, and then I could go to the Chinese place and get a kilo of chicken wings. Forget this, $5.95. How good's that? And, you know, that's not even like super crazy 1960 value where, like, you know, $2 gets you like a week's worth of food.
Richard says, and a newspaper.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, for less than what from less than what I'd spend at the tuck shop at school, sometimes I would end up with this massive amount of food.
Kyle says, hey mate, how's it going?
What's that? You don't put lemon on seafood either? Cool.
Sometimes I don't catch the start of your vids and I don't know what components you are installing.
But
Put a list of components in the description.
we do normally do that after the fact, but Christine, she sets up the description and stuff.
Oh, so blame it all on me, okay.
No, I'm not blaming it on you. I'm saying, is there something that you can do about that?
Yeah.
So, I mean, with this one, the first one that we were doing was a bit of a troubleshoot on my PC where I can't get the Thermaltake software to work. And I think it's got something to do with our motherboard or potentially some weird conflict with our Intel Arc graphics. And then this one here, we've got a Z790 ROG Strix motherboard. We've got two Samsung 990 Pro NVMe SSDs, and then we've also got, coming up later, we've got a Lian Li build, an all Lian Li build. I don't know what the CPU is that's going into it because it's in another PC. It's another upgrade. So we're actually not building any brand new PC, we're just doing upgrades and diagnostics tonight. Okay. So we're just chucking some other blanking panels in there. Alright, so this one is ready to go. And so we'll install Windows in this one and we'll set all that up. And then finally we've got the Lian Li Dynamic 11 build, which is all Lian Li, everything Lian Li. I might get BIOS Babe to grab BIOS for this. Righty, she's alive. Okay, F1. So we don't have anything plugged into the CPU fan port, and the reason why we're not doing that is because it's completely obscured by the cooler. So what you want to do here for this is you want to go over to advanced mode, and you want to go into monitor and Q fan configuration, and your CPU fan control, you just take this CPU low fan speed limit and go ignore. What's up? Up the top there, BIOS and firmware. What version have you got there? 0703? Yeah.
It's taking a while.
Yeah, that USB drive sucks. Thanks.
Ah, fuck!
Glass.
Something else pointy and sharp. I don't know what it was.
Alright, so we'll go over to our tools. Easy Flash utility. Yeah.
He says, hey Tim, I'm going to be building my new rig in a few hours. Do you know if I can just slap the M2 with Windows on it onto the new motherboard and simply do a reinstall that way?
Yeah, you can just put, if you've got Windows already installed, you can just go ahead and plug that M2 into your new rig, and then all you need to do is in Windows update all the drivers. So uninstall any software that came with your old motherboard, get rid of all that, install the software that comes with your new motherboard. It might be really easy if you're going from one MSI board to another. Just make sure if it's MSI, you ditch Dragon Center and update to just MSI Center, available from the Windows Store, because that's a less buggy version of that app. But yeah, if you've got an ASUS board and you're going to a Gigabyte board, uninstall Armory Crate and all the ASUS related software that's on there. Yeah, you don't even have to reinstall Windows, because if you're just upgrading your computer and you've got a copy of Windows already on there, there's no need to do a fresh install. You can if you want, but then you'll have to set Windows up from scratch again. And yeah, if you've got a Microsoft account, make sure you log into Microsoft account on the internet through a web browser and go and delete the old computer, and then you should be able to use your same Windows key to reactivate it. Okay? But that'll hopefully save you a bit of time there. We're missing a screw in the fan at the back there. So we've got 2.5 gigabit LAN, dual Type C USB ports. We've got a total of 10 USB ports on the back and then 2 on the front of the case there. And then after this, we've got Windows to go on there. Okay. That's all coming along. So this afternoon I had a walk-in customer who had just got himself a 13600KF CPU and they were installing it in their new motherboard, and unfortunately they had to bring it to me because it wasn't posting. The guy thought he had a problem with the RAM or something like that, but as soon as he told me what CPU was going in it, I was like, yep, I know what the deal is here. You need to do a BIOS update. And sure enough, that was it. No other problem there with it, and now he's all happy and he's got it all going on. His cabling was a little bit messy, but I just rewired it for him while I had it. I told him I need it for half an hour, and yeah, just said to him, look, you know, I had the BIOS done in about 10 minutes. I was like, oh, I may as well just rewire this for him so it looks like, you know, actually looks like a tech's worked on the computer. And yeah, no, he was happy. Then he had a couple of other problems, just the usual stuff, like he installs Windows and you can't connect to the internet because the Wi-Fi driver's out of date, etc. Getting them ready for life. That's what she's doing. Now she's being a good mama dog. She's good. Like a good mama dog. Jesus. Bloody hell. Oh, there's literally no clips on the bottom. No wonder it felt fucking a bit weird. Only clips at the top. Alright, so we'll have to chuck back get rid of that CPU fan fail error warning. We'll chuck in a Windows USB. So once again, over here to monitor, QFan configuration, and we get rid of the fan speed limit. So you probably don't need XMP or anything like that for this. Because yeah, it's not a gaming PC. It's not for gaming. Okay, get through this. All right. So I guess I should probably start bringing up some stuff for our next piece. Ooh, what have we got here? This looks like an RTX 3080 rig. Oh, she forgot to change the screen over. She's more distracted than she usually is tonight because of the dogs. The puppies, I should say. Okay. Nice fresh install of Windows on this one. I mean, we're going from one ASUS board to another, but we're updating the storage quite significantly in terms of what it's capable of. We're going from SATA SSD up to a really fast Gen 4 NVMe SSD, and that'll have a big impact on this customer for video editing. Same with the CPU. The CPU is going to help out immensely as well. You'll have just a much smoother experience running all this. Okay. There we go. Get rid of that crappy mail app. Get that installed there. We'll do a stress test on it, etc. So I'll download Cinebench. Let's get some other software on here. Not that we need much because we don't need the gaming apps. No. Oh, and it's going to do this. Excellent. Just what I wanted. Okay, so don't go anywhere. No. IQ, got a heap of Corsair lighting. MSI Afterburner we don't really need, no Origin. Samsung Magician for our SSDs. Did IQ fail then? I think it did. No. Yes. Okay, while that finishes up installing, I'm going to start stripping out this one. Alrighty, so I think this looks like one I've built a little while ago. Tough 3080 it looks like.
You being a buddy. Mel.
Yep. Yeah.
Granny says sweet Windows install scares me the most about the building.
Oh,
Ease my mind a lot.
yeah, no. So you shouldn't have to do anything. However, if your Windows install's like really old, then you might want to do it anyway. But that's pretty easy. You can work that out. No, I don't. This is definitely not one that I did because this is an AM5. I've only done one AM5 and it wasn't this. Or it is a 7600. Maybe it is. Maybe my memory's just completely gone. That wouldn't surprise me. Okay. So stuff looks like it's happened over here. more up to date. Just the time here. We're nearly done with this. We can get on to our main event for the night. Corsair's all up to date. This should be all up to date. Where are we? Just got our drivers and tools. Some of the stuff's installed. It's all up to date. Sweet as. Mm-hmm.
No! Not again!
Alrighty. So this is the Lian Li Unifan Edition cooler. So it comes with the 3 fans that the customer wants everywhere. So it saved us buying another 3-pack of fans. Oh shit. I'm starting to yawn.
It is 9:30.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Where the fuck is the brightness for this thing?
What are you trying to do? Turn the brightness down?
Yeah. This has a blue light filter in it too. Yeah. Not wise.
Yeah.
Will that thing just go away on its own?
What thing? No, close it.
How?
Yeah.
She wants to know what you do with this computer.
If
What are you doing to this computer?
So this one is just getting updated. Why don't I have this? Why can't I see the screen anymore?
I don't know, you might have stood on the table.
No, I think it's just gone into sleep mode. Yep. Yeah, so this